Whoa, what's going on, people? This your boy SportsTalkQue, and today I'm here to talk to y'all about the current state of the New Orleans Saints franchise 4 games into the 2023 season. And gotta be honest with y'all, it's not really good right now. The team is currently sitting at 2-2, but from a morale standpoint, things are just looking awful. Going into the season, most media experts had us with the easiest schedule in the league, but with that and the talent on our roster, with us being 2-2, it's mostly looked at as a big disappointment. And not only just being 2-2, it's just the way the offense has looked in that time frame. So we have a top 10 defense, a borderline top 5 defense, but on the flip side, we have an offense that's struggling to score 15 points a game consistently, and it's just not good. And on the surface, you could blame the quarterback, Derek Carr, who we just signed in the offseason to a 4-year, $150 million deal, and so far, he hasn't really delivered. You know, he's looked lethargic at times. He's held on to the ball way too long, knowing that we haven't had the best offensive line, and even when they have given him time to find his receivers, he just holds on to the ball way too long and he takes needless sacks. So that's been a real sore spot for a lot of Saints fans, first and foremost. The second and the more important part is the play calling with offensive coordinator Pete Carmichael. So with him, you have a guy that took over the role in 2021, and going into that season, he expressed that he didn't even want the job, but the Saints front office still decided that this was our guy. So, and once Sean Payton left and Dennis Allen took over, with him being the defensive-minded coach, he just kind of kept that same guy in place, and so far it's yielded, very minimum results. Since the middle of last season, since week 8 of last season, the New Orleans Saints offense has scored 20 points or more just 4 times, and they've scored 25 or more points only once. And that's just abysmal. Like, there's really no excuse for that. When you have skilled players like Michael Thomas, Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, Jimmy Graham, Taysom Hill, and Rashid Shaheed, when you have guys like that at the skill position, there's no way in the world where you should be struggling to score 15 or 20 points with the easy-ass schedule that we have. So this is what I feel needs to happen, because I feel like even though things are bad right now, like, the season's not over. We still got a lot of season in front of us, but of course I would make some changes. And first and foremost, what I would do, I would fire Pete Carmichael as the offensive coordinator. Like, I hate to see anybody lose their job, but that's just something that needs to happen. He's shown that he's not capable of leading the offense or being a competent play caller. We have situations where it would be 3rd and short, and he's sending everybody on go routes and things of that nature. And that's just not good play calling. So we're not putting our players in the best position to succeed. So that's what I would do immediately. The second thing I would do is I would let Dennis Allen finish this season out, but after the season, I would let him go as well. I feel like Dennis Allen is a great defensive-minded coach, and he's a phenomenal defensive coordinator. But as a head coach, he's proven time and time again that he a loser. Like, the dude just not a good head football coach, and ain't no way around it. If you go back to his tenure with the then Oakland Raiders to now with the New Orleans Saints, like, at best, he's a borderline 500 coach, and in today's NFL, that's just not good enough. And more specifically with the Saints, with this easy-ass schedule that we have, that's totally inexcusable to be 2-2 at this point in the season. So that's what I would also do, but just not right now. I would let him finish the season out. And the third thing I would do is, again, I would follow in the same footsteps, but at the end of the season, I would cut ties with Derek Carr. You know, I think he's a great human being. He's an overall decent quarterback, but I feel like so far he's shown that he's not a good fit in this offense. And some of that I blame on the coaching because, like I said, Pete Carmichael and Dennis Allen don't really put him in a position to maximize on his strengths. But a lot of the things that he's done and a lot of the mistakes he's made, I can't even put it on Pete Carmichael or Dennis Allen. Like, it's just him holding on to the ball too long or just, making bad decisions with the football in his hand and whatnot. So I feel like at this point, it's a wasted investment. And I would go one step further and say I would let him play these next 2 games against New England and Houston to see how he plays out. And if he doesn't improve drastically over these next 2 weeks, I'll sit his ass down and I'll put Jameis Winston back in. And again, I know that's a real hot button issue within the New Orleans Saints fan base, within the Who Dat Nation. But I feel like Jameis Winston is clearly the best quarterback on his roster. So why not give dude a chance? I don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but I kind of feel like he's kind of been blackballed, not from the team, but just from kind of proving himself as being a capable quarterback from the time he got hurt during the 2021 season. I feel like he hasn't gotten a fair shake. So I feel like it's time to give Jameis an opportunity to show what he could do in this offense again. The last time he was a full-time starter, he was 5-2, and he had us as one of the best teams in the NFL. So let's see what dude about. Let's see what he could do. So we got to shake things up because it's obvious what we're doing right now is not working. So, and they always say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. So let's see if we can get this thing turned around, Who Dat Nation, and see if we can get the season turned around. And yeah, man, I'm cautiously excited that we could kind of turn it around and get back on track. But as of right now, I would just say let's keep our hopes up, but things aren't looking good right now. But I still have faith, so let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. One game at a time. New England next week, then Houston, then back at home against Jacksonville. So that's the next 3 games. Let's see if we can right this ship. Till next time, peace.